right, what's up, guys? Connor Ferguson here. A new episode of the Always Race Day podcast here with Eric Bridger. Before we get started tonight, should probably tell you what we're going to get into. Sheldon Haudenschild won a World of Outlaws race on Sunday, back in victory lane for the first time in a long while. Anthony Macri earned his second World of Outlaws win of the season already. There's some rumors Jason Johnson Racing and the 41 team might be going to Ford. We're going to talk about what's out there on those. Brad Sweet made some noise this weekend. Nick Hoffman comes out of Florida as the Outlaws points leader, and Hudson O'Neal has already captured 7 wins on the year. We're going to get into a bunch of stuff since we didn't have a show last week. Bear with me. I'm still kind of sick. Getting as good as we can voice quality out of myself this late in the day. Without further ado, big shout out before we get started to Chris Weiser and the Weiser Companies. We've got some new stuff coming from them. I have not gotten to yet, mostly because I can't breathe right now like a proper human being. But on most days, Illinois and Iowa State still look okay at basketball. Eric, how are you doing?
Oh, pretty good. I don't know about the okay in basketball, but
they sound like they play basketball like I sound right now. It's not.
Yeah, it's not going great. No, it's been going good. Good to see some sprint car action, and along with the late models and autocross, motocross, and I don't think I'm leaving anybody out. So,
did you watch any of Supercross Daytona? And do you think we have a nationwide controversy now of top athletes chipping their tooths on things? We saw Jack Hughes in the gold medal game, and then Eli Tomac with the trophy on Saturday. Any thought at all of that?
Apparently it's a dangerous sport even after you race because you got to watch out for those trophies. That could be a little tricky on picking them up and celebrating with your team on a victory.
Did you ever break one of your trophies?
Not in victory lane, but there's a couple that just kind of, like a piece breaks off or it kind of dislodges.
Yeah, accidental break.
Yeah. But no, nothing in victory lane. So.
No second place. Like, man, I wanted that so bad. Just nailed against the wall.
No. I mean, I think everything's been kept and properly dusted as well as I can with the space I have. So
can't say I didn't ever do that either. I just wanted to make a joke that you didn't want it enough, but
no Olympic medals breaking in half or something like that with the trophy experiences. So
I guess not. All right. Reminder that I make every week, and I look sicker than I am. I promise you, at least that I'm not struggling as bad as I look right now. But if you have any questions, comments, not concerns, because frankly, I don't care. Usually, if there's any concerns we have, it's on safety stuff, and this can't be good. We just got 2. Oh, that's Caleb doing that. I thought we got 2 in a row, and I thought we had the. Did you hear about the AI bots we had in the chat a couple weeks ago, Eric?
I did not.
I got mad at my guys. They didn't want them to keep going. One of them was a username that ended with Juggler or Guzzler69. We'll leave it at that.
That is the self-driving car at the Dallas.
Well, Caleb banned all of them from the chat, and now we get way less comments. And I would have loved to see what they would have had to say about the 2004 Cup Series season.
Maybe they would have caught on about your riffraff that they would have provided insight with you.
It would have been at least a good idea to peruse on there. So the biggest news of the week in everything that has come up is there has been some leaked renders, now deleted renders, advertising a Ford Racing logo on the Jason Johnson Racing number 41 sprint car. I think it was on the Acme diecast site. that these pictures first came up. On a different one that's now up, they just put a black square over the top of the Ford Racing logo on it, and that's how they covered that part of it up. In car, that part of the car right now currently blank. They raced their normal motors. They're a Chevy team, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, majority of sprint car teams.
That's what I thought. I don't know why it's in the back of my head going Toyota.
Well, I mean, it's a Chevy block, I guess you want to say. So
yeah, so they had their normal motor run. The 41 team did over this weekend in Volusia, but there's space there. And earlier this season, when they announced their 2026 like paint scheme, they added blue in there, and it seemed like I thought it looked really good. And if you were looking conspiracy theory hat, you probably would have been right in this case. I didn't figure that it meant Ford. Now Ford needs if they want to keep the sprint car program together, I would think you need it in the hands of more everyday sprint car drivers to get more testing and more numbers on it to the common driver, rather than just have one powerhouse team you work with. But if the same person's in charge of that program, and I can only assume they are, having the one powerhouse program worked pretty well for them in the past, and I'm sure the 41 team wants something of any significance to help their chances at winning Knoxville Nationals, because obviously that's the the bar that he hasn't cleared off his ladder, he being Carson Macedo. So
yeah, I mean, that's, as a team, I mean, you got to submit your layout of what your car is going to look like for the year. So I mean, I think you really have to blame it on the team, because they're the one that submitted to Acme about this is where the design is going to be for the diecast. So I mean, I don't know if somebody dropped the ball, whether that was not supposed to be released or what, but or that was going to be a secondary type of thing. But yeah, I mean, that's leave it to a diecast website to potentially drop some breaking news on something. So
it's story of the year so far, easily.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
What's your well there for? What? Are you talking about Interstate Batteries hopping aboard to sponsor High Limit? Because we're going to get called a High Limit show again, Eric, if you keep doing this.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely a big deal. I mean, and also the interesting nugget was that like RSR with Wrights was going to have a white car and a black car, it looks like. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as teams, I mean, if they want their diecast to be ready, say by Knoxville Nationals, I mean, they have to submit it pretty early, because the cars still get made in China, then have to ship across the United States and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see. I guess at the end of last year, you would have said that the Ford program is pretty much done for, but it sounds like with Kistler and JJR, maybe that's not the case. I don't know when they'll plan on debate, using that motor, if that is such a thing this year. But it'll be interesting to see if there's an announcement made in the near future.
Do you, based on how all this stuff went down, do you believe that? Do you think it comes off like a deal that was in the works that has fallen through, or does it? Obviously, you can choose. It depends. / too early to tell. Or the other option would be it's a deal that's coming together and hasn't been finalized yet. I can see both sides of like wondering of that, though, when it comes to fans. And I'm getting fans that wondered those two things when they asked me about it. So
I would say something more about not being finalized yet. I mean, it's been far enough talks to where you would add the blue to the car. I mean, that's a pretty significant type of deal. Most of the time, the car is just black, white, and green, I guess, for the all ball colors the last couple of years. So to add a little bit of blue into it, and then plus, I mean, there was some type of rendering of having the Ford Racing on the car. So I mean, that obviously got submitted to Acme to start producing a prototype of the diecast because they had the drawings of what it was. So I don't know if something happened there where it got miscommunicated to them or they missed the final version or what. So, but yeah, I mean, it's, I don't think you would say that deal is done because, I mean, Ford spent a lot of money into it. And I think there's teams that are looking to maybe get advantage over other teams. And that could be something that you could possibly switch with.
Yeah, I'm with you. And it's going to be, obviously something to look for as we go down the line, especially if, anyone ends up switching over there. Appreciate it, JoJo. We're past the 5-minute mark, so we can say, hey, you silly bastards. Hope all is good. Appreciate it, JoJo. He tunes in every show. Guy never misses. It's rather impressive. I think he's missed less shows than my dad has since we started there. I don't have anything more on the Ford stuff. I'm working on something for premium. And be honest, I'm be sleeping very quickly after we get over with this show. So I'll in the next 24, 48 hours, I'll get something up on what I can scrounge around and some other notes that might come up. If not, I'll have one before the next National Sprint Car Race. I had to look up when that is. But Eric, I asked you how you're doing already.
Mm-hmm. You did.
And I got to assume you're doing decent. I don't know if anyone's feeling as good as Sheldon Haudenschild was after that win at Volusia.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good start for the team. They definitely showed some speed, and I think that's out of the new pairing so far, I think that's the one that's probably, well, I mean, Basin did win one with the 17 car, but I don't know. I have to go look at the average finishes to see who is what. I guess you can just look at the points and see.
Yeah, I guess it's technically not average finish, but points out of Volusia are David Gravel, then Anthony Macri -2, Carson Macedo -8, Buddy Kofoid -46, Sheldon Haudenschild -50, Logan Schuhart -54, Garrett Williamson -74, Donnie Schatz -76. Spencer Basin and Chris Wyndham are both at -82. Then Ashton Torgerson at -86, Cole Macedo at -90, Bill Baylog at -106, Dason Pursley at -108, and Brent Marks at -118. Scotty Thiel's full time, so I'll mention him. I'm not just going. He's -126. Casey Jedrzejczyk -142. There's a couple. I ended up leaving people out anyways there, but there's your top names from the standings, and we can get back into Sheldon, but it's surprising to see Dason Pursley and Brent Marks as the 14th and 15th place guys there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, two guys running high limit, so I'm pretty sure they're not too concerned about it yet. So I think you'll see more high limit.
I should have prefaced that those are not World of Outlaws guys. I apologize if that. Yeah,
I think you'll see more guys start racing.
That's because they weren't racing in the first. Damn it,
yeah,
Eric. This is why I can't. I hate getting sick. I do shit like this, and it comes off very poor. Let's go back to Sheldon Haudenschild. He's 5th right now in the standings. That's pretty big.
Mm-hmm. I mean, technically he'll be 4th. Well, I mean, he want to be. If he does well, he'll be 4th or 3rd, depending on if Macri races next weekend with the Outlaws or not. I mean, he's not running full time.
Right. I don't think he just pull off and go full time either.
No, I think that's something you have to prepare with and build your cars. I mean, I think this happened last year too, where he was sitting top 3 in points and he was really close to gravel because he had a good Volusia weekend. But yeah, I mean, with Kofoid having a deficit already coming out of Florida last night was kind of a big kicker. I mean, the problem is I think those March races and April races seem to get rained out a lot. So, hopefully that's not the case because we want to see racing when they're scheduled to be, but it's definitely a deficit. But yeah, I mean, Sheldon, as far as the new pairing of driver and car owner, I mean, it's a pretty good start to be at. So with a new pairing as the top person in the points right now. I mean, Spencer's win didn't count as a full points night, so I guess that's probably could be a toss up between those two.
Okay, hold on. Caleb is doing a NASCAR to us right now. We just promoted Always Race Day on Always Race Day as a YouTube comment.
Well, gotta get your.
It's the NASCAR commercial. It's Fox going to commercial. You guys should tune in for the Daytona 500. It's on Fox this Sunday. As there's 18 laps left in the Daytona 500.
You can drive your Chevrolet across the USA.
That's right. That's the one.
Yeah.
I just
commercial.
Crap. He's got to be behind the camera. Like, God, I wish Connor would just shut up.
Yeah. Talk about how he's sick again.
Well, dude, you can hear. I wouldn't make such a big deal about it if it wasn't so painfully obvious. Did I have any other notes from the points? Buddy Kofoid had a lot of bad luck and still ends up only at 46 points back, headed out of Volusia, which could be a lot worse.
Still a lot, though.
I don't need you point pessimists coming up to me this early in the year, and it's the battle is just starting. It is not over already.
Yeah, but you're leaving the place with a deficit, and you're off to a bad start.
It sounds to me like you don't trust a good American company like Ford. It sounds to me like, Carson Macedo 8 points back, going to Ford soon. This is over. That's what it sounds to me like you're doing. I won't be doing that.
Well, I mean, Donnie Schatz didn't win how many outlaw titles he won by switching it up every year. He did the same thing pretty much all the time.
He did it in a Ford.
No, he didn't win the title with the Ford.
Well, he got one of his Knoxville Nationals at the very least.
Yeah, it's probably the last highlight you're going to see of TSR and Donnie with that.
Yeah, I think his 300th win. Is that what you said?
Yeah, besides 300.
Yeah. Over at Dubuque.
Yeah. Trackers go back.
Do you have anything on Interstate Batteries sponsoring High Limit?
I mean, it's not surprising. I mean, I think it's kind of surprising that they found a title sponsor as quick, but maybe they're not asking as much money as, say, the Outlaws do or some other series do. But I think it's a good matchup because they do race down in their area around Texas and even at Texas Motor Speedway and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's and with your connection with NASCAR already, with doing some races during NASCAR weekend, I think that's I guess a good fit for both parties. I mean, it's kind of weird to buy, say if you want to buy merchandise, it's a little bit weird to have that on there versus like Capoto, I guess. I don't know, but
you're going to say if you want to buy batteries, it'd be kind of weird to go anywhere but Interstate.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're giving away free batteries at the front gate next year or something like that. I doubt they will be, but I mean, they weren't giving away tractors or implements last year when Kubota sponsored them. So, I mean, it's good for them to find a sponsorship for the series. I mean, not saying it's a life or death if they don't, but I mean, it's pretty good to have a little pocket full of money to help.
Yeah, it's not a small sponsorship, right? Like it's.
No, I'm sure it's probably in at least the six figures, probably. So, you're not talking like $100,000. You're probably talking like 250, probably maybe 500. So, yeah, I mean, it's good to see them get their sponsorship because I mean, you want to see both series do well and thrive in. So.
Well, there's other stuff I love to see. One of those is Pennsylvanians just clutching their pearls, grasping at air. I'm kidding, obviously. love the state of Pennsylvania. But some of their fans were not too pleased. I think it was during the icebreaker. That's what they call it.
At Lincoln Speedway.
Yes, they had a thing set up called PA Posse TV, and so that crashed during the race. They put it on Facebook for free for everybody to watch. This is one of those pay-per-view providers, kind of, is what we'll call them here, pay-per-view companies, streaming companies. It's not one of the two main ones, so it's a lot more detrimental to them when this stuff happens to them. I feel like I'd start there with this argument. I also think if they put it on Facebook for free, that's on you for not getting it.
Yeah. I mean, it's you still see it with your major stream providers, whether it's Flow or Dirt Vision. If they have one little issue, they'll put all their racing on YouTube. Obviously, they probably don't have the resources to put their stuff on YouTube yet, but off to a bad start for the streaming platform for the Pennsylvania races. I mean, I remember 2 or 3 years ago, you were able to watch it on Flow, and that's a good race to have because there's only like 2 or 3 races going on at Flow. But yeah, I mean, it's hopefully they get their issues figured out, and hopefully the Pennsylvania fans see their benefit of having that streaming service so they can watch those races. I mean, I won't be buying it because you already pay for Dirt Vision and Flow. I mean, you get as much races as you can on there. But hopefully they find out a way to post some highlights so you still be able to see some, racing out there.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you. We're gonna knock out this last sprint car thing. Got a couple late model things, and then we'll make this episode one of the shorter ones, and get you guys a big one for next week. I got a good guess that we're gonna hopefully have. I don't want to put it out there until it's confirmed. But Brad Sweet, Eric, gets the one with Narc yesterday, driving for Paul Silva with a Dominic Scelzi top wing on. I think other parts of the car had Roth Motorsports written on it. What was it like hearing about this?
So Sweet didn't have the Dominic Scelzi stuff on there, but he just had the W that people get confused with.
Did I just put 2 pictures in my head together? I think I did.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome job.
Yep. So
I got to stop texting people to prepare for my own show because this is what I did. I took from the back of my head. Yeah. God damn it. Yeah. No, so, that would make all of the sense in the world here.
Yeah. So Sweet was driving for Kevin Kozlowski. I can't remember what his last name was.
Yeah, Kozlowski.
So he's driving the W car, but obviously later on this year he'll be driving the 57 car as a backup second car or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he looked pretty dominant. But I mean, when you have Paul Silva turn on the wrenches for him, I mean, it's pretty hard to say no to and be slow. So I mean, yeah, he looked pretty fast out there, and not bad for a driver that's in retirement because he kind of dominated the field. But yeah, you have some Californian teams looking out for each other. Dominic Scelzi's still recovering from surgery, so they Roth and put a car together for him and had a substitute driver, but yet still had the Scelzi wing on it, so you can still get some points for owner points for the year. So, and then also I saw the Tarleton guys using one of their haulers as well to help out So definitely a lot of teams out there helping out each other just to get started for the season.
Yeah, and it's cool to see that type of stuff. I hope we get more stories of that. And, if you know of any, send us a tweet or something, and we'll put it out there as much as we can. I always like looking at stories like that. They always make for good ones to tell at the very least. So as for the late model side, we're going to start with the Outlaws just because things are tighter over there. Nick Hoffman comes out of this first part of the year. Obviously, Lucas Speed Week is still going on. That's happening this week. This is just where we filmed the podcast. I don't have any reasoning as to why we're cutting it off here. But the Outlaws portion of it is taken care of already. Nick Hoffman comes out of this stretch with the points lead at 1,043. Bobby Pierce 10 points behind, and Tim McCready off a great start to the year is 33 points back. Right behind him, Tyler Erb at minus 39. And a little bit down the list, the Iowa native in Ryan Gustin at minus 57. Drake Troutman minus 45. But what do you make of the start to the year that Hoffman's had? And obviously, Eric, we watched him win, I think, every Held Tour modified race one year. So it's obviously like it was bound to happen. He's going to get good at driving a different car too.
Yeah, I guess he didn't make enough money that he had to spend the extra night scraping mud for Donnie Schatz. So, I mean, no, I mean, he did a pretty good job during the beginning of the year, and it always feels good to have the points lead coming out of Florida. So, I mean, I guess it's going to be a little bit of a championship battle between – we'll see how Bobby Pierce does, but I mean, right now, Pierce is still probably the favorite over Hoffman, even though the points are still pretty early on.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Right now, we'll see kind of where this tour goes and what guys end up doing, but I think we could be in for a really entertaining race, especially if those guys that are strong right now stay strong through the year, because they're all guys that finished the year strong last season. And I think that is baked into what makes a really good title race also. But on the other side, on the Lucas side, Hudson O'Neal leads the way so far. He won on Thursday and Friday night at Ocala. They got rained out. I think it's Sunday they got rained out. I could have my days one off. Resumed to racing this week, but it's not at Ocala. I believe it'd be at Alltech, but I don't have it in front of me. This was the most lack of preparation I could possibly do. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So Golden Isles, obviously not racing tonight. It is a practice night tonight, though. And then they started up again tomorrow, I believe, all the way through Sunday. Saturday. So just 4 nights at Golden Isles for the wrap-up of the Winter Nationals. So I already asked you about Hudson O'Neal, didn't I, Eric?
You asked me about Hoffman.
Okay, well, Hudson O'Neal, Bobby Pierce.
Yeah.
Is it going to come down to those two plus Ricky Thornton Jr.? Will it be a 4-car race by the end of the year? How many guys are we going to get into the conversation of who's had the best season? Come Knoxville late model nationals. So you know what weekend I'm thinking of. Right before the final stretch there.
You probably have 2 guys in each series, and then
last year it's been probably 2 each across both. Yeah,
and then plus Jonathan Davenport probably. I don't see him taking a step back. So unless he decides to go fishing more and not race as much. So
there's some people with some wishful thinking that wanted him on like the Malvern Bank tour.
Yeah,
he said a bunch of tracks I hadn't seen yet, and someone was in the comments, I think, really wishing there. But
I don't think he'll show up for your $2,500 to win race in somewhere in middle of Nebraska or something like that.
Would be pretty funny.
Yeah,
not for the guys there unless they beat them, but.
Yeah, or shows up to like East Moline Speedway for the local IMCA late model show or something, but I don't think his car would qualify for IMCA specs. So
who knows? I've seen a few.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else?
No, you better go to bed though, or go to sleep or something.
As short as it gets.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening to me. Hopefully this clears off for the show tomorrow. Otherwise, we got plenty of stuff coming. And stay with us. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And shout out to everybody. We'll see you guys next week.